The incident eventually reaches the high-ranking commander of the base. Thanks to Gomer-Pyle's incredible perseverance and pure-hearted dedication, the superior officer is not only forgiving of any breach of rules, but is also deeply impressed by the recruit's collective-minded spirit. When Sergeant Carter arrives to see the superior officer to complain and request a resolution regarding Gomer-Pyle's case, he unexpectedly receives endless praise from the commander for the recruit's extraordinary commitment. Sergeant Carter's emotional state swings wildly from intense irritation to utter astonishment as he realizes that Gomer-Pyle's naive behavior stems from an absolute and heartfelt passion. The story concludes in a warm atmosphere, filled with gentle laughter, although the sergeant still occasionally shouts out of habit. Deep down, he had begun to grow fond of this uniquely special recruit. Gomer-Pyle maintains his pristine optimism, innocence, and positive energy, continuing his journey of rigorous training to become a true soldier, bringing joy and profound human values to everyone around him within the great military family. All the new recruits arriving at the military camp were quickly instructed and assigned seats to prepare for the rigorous training days ahead. Amidst a bustling atmosphere, some recruits looked around in bewilderment, while others tried their best to listen to every command issued by the steel-nerved sergeant. Gomer-Pyle, with his characteristic innocent and clumsy appearance, began to reminisce about his hometown memories, specifically Floyd's barbershop, where he used to go whenever he needed a haircut. He remembered every single detail of how the barber cut his hair, leaving it a little long in the back, trimming the sideburns even with the ear hole, rubbing in some pomade, parted on the side, and making a little rabbit ridge up front. However, the current reality of the military base was completely different from the peaceful and cozy space back home, as this place was a rigorous environment of discipline and challenge. Sergeant Carter, an authoritative and strict drill instructor, walked into the room with a proud stride and a thunderous voice. He announced that he would watch over every step and action of every recruit throughout their boot camp training. The sergeant's strictness forced absolute silence from everyone, with not a single person daring to move or make any sound. When an order was given, the first and only word allowed to come out of a recruit's mouth had to be the respectful word, sir. Yet, Gomer-Pyle's clumsiness quickly turned him into the center of attention when he unintentionally let a smile slip across his face during a completely unexpected situation. When the recruit standing in front of him shouted loudly according to orders, the breath and sound tickled Gomer-Pyle's ear, making him unable to keep from grinning. This incident immediately caught the attention of Sergeant Carter, who was determined to win the Honor Platoon Award for the fourth consecutive time. The training continued with marching and drill exercises on the parade ground. Sergeant Carter stood at the front, using a very distinctive voice to count cadence for the entire platoon to practice together, while everyone else was intensely focused on avoiding mistakes. Gomer-Pyle once again made the atmosphere unexpected when he expresses admiration for the drill instructor's deep and powerful voice. He sincerely praised the sergeant's cadence counting and innocently suggested that he should join the church choir. This naive remark filled Sergeant Carter with both frustration and helplessness, and the punishment for that distraction was 5 push-ups right on the spot. Gomer-Pyle performed the push-ups while continuously offering sincere compliments, driving the poor sergeant crazy with his endearing silliness. The training session shifted to the challenging and grueling obstacle course. The recruits took turns running through barriers, climbing high walls, and overcoming every obstacle under the strict supervision of the command team. When it was Gomer-Pyle's turn, he appeared completely baffled and bewildered by the height of the obstacle wall. Instead of jumping over decisively, he stopped and chatted naturally, even politely declining an offer of help before continuing to try. His awkwardness on the track not only angered Sergeant Carter, but also brought refreshing laughter to everyone witnessing it. He bumped into obstacles, wandered into dark areas, and constantly asked naive questions about the proper technique for moving forward. Even so, Gomer-Pyle's good nature and selfless enthusiasm always shone through his every small action, even though they frequently drove the sergeant crazy with helplessness. After a long and exhausting day of training, when everyone else had fallen into a deep sleep to regain energy for the next day, Gomer-Pyle suffered from a state of complete exhaustion that the medical bay doctors called acute asthenia. He lay stretched out on his rack all day, unable to participate in the unit's activities. However, the strange thing was that at night, after everyone else was resting, Gomer-Pyle unexpectedly woke up and walked alone to the obstacle course area to practice. He did this with all his sincerity, because he was deeply worried that his clumsiness would become an obstacle preventing Sergeant Carter from achieving the goal of the Honor Platoon title that he desired so much. Gomer-Pyle's dedication and kindness were so great that he did not think of himself at all, hoping only to contribute a small part to the achievements of the commander he secretly admired and respected. This incident led to amusing misunderstandings when the senior officers and Sergeant Carter himself discovered Gomer-Pyle's presence in the training area in the middle of the night. At first, he thought it was a form of punishment or some act of disciplinary defiance. But upon hearing Gomer-Pyle honestly explain that he was simply trying hard to practice so the platoon could win glory, the sergeant's anger melted into deep emotion. A recruit who always caused trouble and awkwardness was actually the one pouring the most dedication into the group's overall achievement. The skillful weaving between strict military discipline and warm comradeship, between outer severity and inner understanding, brought moments of wholesome entertainment, bubbling laughter, and positive inspiration to everyone. The human values of sincerity, honesty, and friendship within a collective environment were gently celebrated, leaving a lasting impression in the hearts of viewers and readers alike. Gomer-Pyle U-S-M-C, starring Jim Nabors as Gomer-Pyle, also starring Frank Sutton as Sergeant Carter. All right, move it. Let's go. Come on, you. In there. Come on, move it. In that seat. Now, I will tell you how Floyd the barber back home used to cut my hair. What he'd done was he would leave it a little long in the back. Then he would cut off the sideburns hereabout. Oh, say, even with the ear hole. Then he would trim a little bit off the top and rub in some pomade and part on the side and make a little rabbit ridge up here in front. Then he would comb it wet, okay? Well, it ain't exactly like Floyd the barber back home would have done it, but after all, it is just your first time. I am your senior drill instructor. I will watch over you every minute of every day of your boot camp training. I will tell you when to eat and when to dress. He is going to spoil us doing all that for us. Did I hear somebody talking? You are at attention. You do not move. You do not talk. When you do speak, the first word to come out of your mouth will be, sir. Is that clear? Yes, sir. What? Yes, sir. I can't hear you. Yes, sir. Now. Something funny, Private? Something funny about all this? Suppose you tell us what is so funny, huh? Well, sir, when we all hollered real loud like you ordered us to, the fellow behind me hollered in my ear, and it tickled and made me grin. I imagine the same thing happened to the fellow in front of me. Did you grin when I hollered in your ear? Knock it off. So, you think this is funny, do you, Private? What is your name? Gomer-Pyle, sir. All right, Pyle. I am going to be watching you real close. You hear me good? You are doing it again. Wipe that smile off your face. You are doing the same thing he did. Holler in my ear, and it made me grin. Knock it off. All right. Now, you people listen up. I have had 3 honor platoons in a row. Do you hear me? 3 honor platoons. And I'm going to get a 4th. And who is going to help me to get it? We are, sir. What? We are, sir. I can't hear you. We are, sir. And now we will begin by learning how to drill. Left hut. Dress right. Hut. All right. Come on. Dress it up. Dress it up. Ready? Hut. We will do a little drilling in place. I will count cadence. You will listen. Hut and hut. Hut lay, hit lay up. Lay, I lay up. Hut, I lay up. Lay, hut. What is funny, Pyle? What is funny this time, huh? How you do that, huh? How you do that with your voice? That is good. It is real good. What? That their cadence counting. It is real good. Oh, you really think so, huh? I mean it. You ought to sing in your church choir, if you don't already. You like my voice, do you? Yes, I really do. Well, since you like it so much, I will let you hear it some more. Good. While you do about 50 push-ups. Sir? Push-ups, come on. Pyle, hit the deck. Ready, exercise. Hey up, hey up, hey up, hey up. That is good. That is real good. Keep working. Keep working. Hey up, hey up. You have seen this obstacle course demonstrated, and you will now run it. You move and move fast. You are running under combat conditions. First form in, move. Second form in. I am watching you, Pyle. Move. Third form in. Pull up. What are you doing, Pyle? What in the world are you doing? Are you playing a game? Are you having fun?